Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken, and it's time for another one of my mini, M-I-N-I, collections, knife collections. This is where I show you I give you a partial look of my bigger collections. And today, the look is one of my favorite knife makers, and it all starts with that, my only SOG knife. No, this isn't about SOG knives. What it's about is Brous blades. Jason Brous, the owner of Brous Blades and the knife maker, created something called the Silent Soldier. And I didn't know anything about Jason or the Silent Soldier at all. It's a neck knife. It's a fixed knife. And I was on YouTube and someone, maybe it was Jim Skelton, talked about this new maker and this Silent Soldier. And I was like, oh man, this is great. And at the time, I had just started collecting knives. And the only place I bought knives at that time was Amazon.com. And I started with Spydercos. I'm a Spyderco fanatic, if you don't know. I've collected, I have over about 400 knives. Anyway, and I started with their value knives on Amazon. I was just buying from Amazon. And I went to buy the little Techno. It was my first knife over $100, the Spyderco Techno, which is on my top 10 list still. It's one of the greatest knives ever. And I saw this, the SOG Silent Soldier knife. And I went, oh my goodness. And it was inexpensive. And I said, I've got to have that. So I ordered it. And whenever I order a knife, what I do is I get on YouTube and I look up the knife that I just ordered, and I watch videos until the knife comes in because I'm so anxious to get the knife. Well, the first video I tuned to after ordering this SOG Silent Soldier was one with Jason Brous saying, I'm not that happy with the collaboration with SOG on my Silent Soldier. I mean, I like SOG, but I didn't think they did a great job with it. And I went, oh, shoot. So I looked up an original Silent Soldier, again on Amazon.com. I didn't know that you can go to makers' websites or Blade HQ or any of these other places. And so I went and I purchased my very own Brous Blade Silent Soldier. More expensive? Yes, it's a mid-tech. Mid-tech is the cross between a production knife and a custom. The maker does a lot of custom pieces and then sends some of it out to be made. Jason does that. They are usually limited issues, so you only get a certain amount. Jason usually does 500 pieces on average. Some of his less expensive knives, he'll even go up to 1,000. I've seen some for 1,500. I've seen some down, and I own some, and you'll see it in this video, down to 100 pieces. So I finally got my original not custom, but my original Brous Blade Silent Soldier. It came with a wonderful sheath, Caddick sheath. Is it Caddick? I'm sorry, a sheath. You big time nice knife collectors will help me down in the comments. A Kydak. It's a Kydak sheath. It also comes with a wonderful, this is a blacked out version of Silent Soldier. It comes with a necklace as well that you can put through the sheath because these are neck knives, right? Or you can put it on your belt. So anyway, that's my first Silent Soldier. And let me tell you, so the SOG went in the drawer. If you can, there we go. You can kind of see the SOG has a lot of use. This SOG has opened up about 500 knife packages. This SOG becomes very important when I have a mail call. It is still very sharp. So hats off to SOG for a number of years. I haven't sharpened it. No need. It's very sharp. So this is the collaboration that started off the inexpensive SOG Silent Soldier. This is my very first Silent Soldier from Brous Blades, and I was hooked. Oh man, I loved it. Blacked out version of the Silent Soldier. Folks, today it's all about Silent Soldier love because I love the Silent Soldier. Hey, the Keith, Kevin, Ken drinking game is every time I say love, every time I say wonderful, every time I say beautiful, take a shot. Because I'm going to do that. Because a lot of my knives in my collection I think are wonderful, beautiful, and I love them. So take 3 shots to get you started, and hopefully you'll make it through. That is the original Silent Soldier for me. And then once I get hooked, I'm hooked. And when I heard about the Ranger and saw pictures of it, I rushed to get the Ranger. Brous Blades Ranger. Again, this Warren Cliff. This is a little bit different, but from the original. But what a wonderful knife it really is. Another fixed blade, Silent Soldier. And again, it was the blacked out edition. Well, I was just in hog heaven. I had 2 Brous Blades. I had 2 of the Silent Soldiers. They were different. I didn't know if I could even be happier. Well, look at that mother. That's the Silent Soldier Hawk. Oh man, look at that hawk blade for a neck knife. This is one, those you can use as an EDC knife. They are very good blades for EDC. This, you're expecting some trouble, okay? Either to ward off some trouble or whatever. I love hawk bill knives. In fact, I'll do a collection of all my hawk bill knives for you. I really love them. I love how they look. I love how they feel. I love how I feel when I put one on my belt or put it on my pocket or around my neck. But this is the Silent Soldier Hawk. Oh man. So now I just consider myself a Brous Blades collector because I really loved what he was doing. How could you improve on the Silent Soldier? And he had done a lot of fixed blade knives, but now I'm excited. And he got excited too because he came out with something that, oh man, I tell you, I had a religious experience. He came out with a carbon fiber Silent Soldier flipper, and I just flipped. Had to have it, had to have it, had to have it, had to have it. It's so wonderful in your hand. I love, the Silent Soldiers have this big hole in the blade that you just can take a hold of and put that in. It's hard for anyone to take this knife from you. I love how it's positioned once it locks up, and boy, does it lock up. Locks up real tight. This is a wonderful, wonderful carry. I was just floored. Not only was it a folding knife, but it was a wonderful flipper. I was a little upset at first because you see how fast that flies out? Well, Jason had this push button flipper. And now I'm so used to it. I pick it up. I was so frustrated because, you get your flip and at least I did, and start trying to pull it down like this. And I was like, come on, man. I was so upset. And then everyone kept saying, hey, man, just you got to push it. And man, it flies out there. There you go. That was the Silent Soldier folder. There were only carbon fiber Silent Soldier folder from Brous Blades, and it's all tie. All of Jason Brous's blades are D2 steel. So all of these are D2 steel, and of course this is D2 steel. So Everything I'm about ready to show you is D2 steel from Jason. Look how it flips out. I still can't believe I was upset about how it flipped. 500, it was limited to 500, mid-tech knife, silent soldier folder. Now, obviously, nothing could get better than that, right? Wrong. Oh, man. He did something better. You're going, what? You just showed us the carbon fiber silent soldier. Hello. All tie on the lock side and a wonderful frame lock with the stop. And man, oh man. Again, you notice I love his blackout knives. Look at all those blackout knives I have. I bought it again. That's why in a lot of photos that I post on Instagram, by the way, I'm Keith at Keith Kevin Kin on Instagram. Come follow me. I post a bunch of knives out of my collection, about 5 pictures, 4 or 5 pictures a day. A lot of times you'll see that one, and then you'll see one turned over because I want you to know that this is the frame lock. 500 limited there. This was hard to find. You know why? Because he limited the frame lock flippers to only 200. That's 200 total. So right now, I'm holding a frame lock silent soldier. There are only 199 around the world still available, or in someone's possession mostly. It's hard to find. He always does satin. He does blackout. He does an acid wash, and he does a wonderful acid stone wash. But whoa, only 200. That's a mid-tech. That's a Brous Blades mid-tech. That's the Silent Soldier carbon fiber with the frame lock, and that followed the carbon fiber, the very first Silent Soldier knife with carbon fiber that had 500. So I'm like in hog heaven. Ooh. Then someone had to show me this. Do you know how much sleep I lost trying to track down one of these? I mean, they went so quick. All tie, D2 steel, Silent Soldier without the hole. Now you're sitting there saying, my goodness, Kevin, I thought the hole was the whole idea. Well, I love without the hole. First of all, the blade is, of course, a little heavier because there's no hole. Man, it flips like a freaking dream. It's a wonderful thing. It's very limited. Remember, only 500, only 200, only 100 of these. Only 100 Silent Soldiers total, without the hole. And I tell you, I could not sleep. I found one of these, and a person who hadn't used it at all, so brand new with everything, I slobbered on myself. Old man slobbering on himself. It wasn't pretty, but this is. Silent Soldier Blacked Out Edition. Told you, I just love those blacked out editions. Only 100 available. So you're saying to yourself, oh my goodness, that means only 99 are still available? I had caught a fever, and it was called Silent Soldier No Hole Fever. And so I purchased this one. I found it. I had to have it. It's the satin finish blade. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason. And so I had to get this. Again, remember, total only 100. Oh, look at me. Oh, man. I saw that and could not sleep. I slept, walked through work and everything else for about 3 weeks. I finally got it, and I was set. I thought that it just could not get any better when it comes to Silent Soldiers for me. Look at that collection. It all started with the SOG. Oh, it could get better. That was me flipping it, folks. That's me again. God darn it, Kevin. Come on. See, what happens is when you have a bigger collection and you're flipping in these videos, I'm an older man and my fingers get very tired. Acid Stone Watch, baby. I loved it. Oh, man, look at it. With the D2, look how beautiful it is. Oh, man, it shows no wear and tear. It's just really, really a piece of art. And if you've watched any of these videos, or you will, I'll tell you, nothing's more beautiful to me than a knife that doesn't have a lot of flair. It's just simple, but the construction is perfect. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, you can put all kinds of stuff, and I do, all different colors, and I love those too. But nothing's better than just a well-crafted, oh man, oh, that's art right there. Anyway, man, that's art. That is the no hole collection I have that I really love. So yes, there are 97 of them out there. Because there are 3 of them. 3% of them are right there on my desk, and I love them. I play with them to death. They are so smooth. That is the no hole collection for me. And you would think that I would stop, but Jason Brous announced a G10 Silent Soldier flipper. And I went, yeah, look, I got the carbon fiber. I got full tide with no hole. I'm set. Why would I want a G10? Now, let me tell you, what I like about Jason is starting to do a lot of his knife collections, and I own a lot of his knives. And I will go through the rest of that collection in a number of mini collections on this channel. So subscribe. Make sure you're forewarned. Make sure that YouTube tells you, hey, there's another Keith Kevin Ken video up. I will go over that. But I just said I have no need for a G10. He's doing G10 of a number of his mid-techs, G10 versions, so that other people can get them. With G10, you still have, obviously, the D2 steel on the blade, but it's less expensive. And so he can really get these into a lot of folks' hands. When you only have 100 of these, no holes, and Kevin took, 3% of them, it's hard to get a hold of. When you talk about this frame lock, carbon fiber with the frame lock, and there's only 200 of them, that's pretty tough. Even the 500s are tough. So he made 1,000 run of the Silent Soldier G10. It is not a frame lock. It is, like the original, a liner lock. And let me tell you something. I love this little knife. Now look, yes, I'm slobbering over Jason Brous, but I went, hey look, I'm sad. I'm not going to buy it. And I bought it. And this thing has been in my pocket a lot. It flips like a dream. It's a lot lighter. Now, at first, I get upset when I get a nice heavy knife, and yes, it's a little harder to carry, and then someone updates it. Spyderco does it all the time with something that's thinner and lighter for care, and I go, oh my goodness. I open up the package, I'm like, oh, where's all the heft to it? And then I put it in my pocket, and I go, oh, now I understand, since I'm a guy who carries multiple knives. Really wonderful. You should look up, if you don't have a Silent Soldier, the fixed knives are available. I see them around. The G10 is available. 1,000 of those, so they are out there. And let me tell you something. That's a beautiful knife. It really works. So now I'm set. That's my collection of the Silent Soldier Brous blades, right? No, he announces the SSXL, Silent Soldier Extra Large. And here it is with a lot of different combinations. All of his knives are in satin, blacked out version, the acid stone wash. See the size comparison? It's an extra large, buddy. But it's very light. The reason it's very light, it's full tie. Huge skeletization. He does a lot of skeletizations on his other ones inside, but this is a huge skeletonized. I can't even show it. There's not really liners in it. It's really a simple construction. He has a wonderful lock. This frame lock, you can actually adjust how much you want. You want a shallow lockup, you want it fuller. Later, if you want to adjust it because you think the lockup is sliding over, he has a stainless steel insert to the lock. That's me flipping. It has a stainless steel insert to the lock, so you don't get tie on steel, which over time, a lot of time, will wear down. And you can even replace that. It's a wonderful bigger knife, but lighter than any of these originals. So it's a light carry, but look how big that is. It even makes my fat, chubby hands look smaller, doesn't it? Oh man, you just grip it. I really love it. That is the XL. That's right. That's the Silent Soldier collection here on Keith Kevin Ken. Thank you very much. Why am I leaving out the little song to start it all? Huh? That's the that's Brous Blade Silent Soldiers. Thank you very much for giving me so much of your precious time. Listen, I live in this world just like you do, and it's a real busy time. Thank you for giving me some of yours. I really appreciate it. Have a perfect day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.